Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Vivian, and in today's video we're just gonna do a reading vlog. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not actually ready to film anything today. I basically do not have a reading vlog planned this week because I have cousins coming over tomorrow and we'll be spending the whole week together, but I really want to read. Maybe we won't be able to get to a lot of books, but I still want to film it because I think it'll be fun. I don't know if it's going to be a themed reading vlog or if it's going to be a mood reading type of reading vlog. Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure, but I want to read, so I'm going to read. But yeah, I'm going to start this reading vlog off with a book that I'm currently reading right now. The one I'm reading is Long Way Down by Kristen Becca Ritchie, and I am at chapter 43. This is page 396 today. I read on a treadmill today, which I'm very happy about because I really want to get into walking on a treadmill for at least 40 minutes every day. I always get bored walking on the treadmill, and I realized that I can actually read because I'm only walking, I'm not really running. I read the first half of this book in a reading vlog, the one previous to this one, and then now I'm gonna just finish this off in this reading vlog. I am pretty confident that I'll be able to get this done today because I am once again in a reading mood and I do not have much work today. Now that I think about this again, this could be a finishing series type of reading vlog because the other book that I really want to get into is Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. Right now we're going to be reading Long Way Down and I'm going to continue on. If you guys do not know, this is the 9th book in the Addicted series and this is about Reich and Daisy. In the Addicted series, you're following 3 couples, a group of 6. It feels like every single book doesn't have much plot but just vibes. You're just following the characters as they go through their lives. You get emotionally attached to every single character by the end of it. I've been obsessed with reading this book. I've been wanting to really get through it, so yeah, I'm gonna read this. Let's get into it. Only been a few minutes since I filmed, but I am already crying. The song that was playing, I have a playlist of Daisy and Reich on Spotify, and the song that was playing when I was reading is Fearless by Taylor Swift, and it fit that chapter so well. It was chapter 43 and right now I'm at 44, and there's just something about it that's like, I never thought I would really love a Daisy and Reich book, but I'm obsessed. Done with Long Way Down. I just hit the acknowledgements page and there are more like short stories at the back here. There's always short stories in these Berkeley Books edition, the traditionally published one. So there's this. I love this so much. I'm done with this book. I can't believe that I'm done with this book. It was such a roller coaster read because the last half of the book for some reason made me cry a lot. There were a lot of things in here that was really emotional. Some parts of this book I honestly did not expect to happen. I literally did not expect that. And so I am honestly surprised and I'm still flabbergasted by the ending. Really sad that I'm done with this book. I'm not like functioning okay right now. I think the reason why I was so afraid of picking this book up, because I've been pushing this book off for a while, is because I am afraid of finishing this series and it just feels like I'm done with the series. I know there's another book, Some Kind of Perfect, but that's like a really long epilogue book and I'm even more scared to pick that book up now. It's really sad now that it's over, honestly. It was so good. As you guys can tell, this is probably a 5-star read. I just cannot stop thinking about it at this point. I'm gonna take a break now because after reading this, once I've picked out a book, I will let you guys know and we'll go from there. I haven't given an update at all today, I think. I'm not really too sure, I don't remember. I'm at chapter 36, this is page 282, and I have to be honest with you guys, I literally feel like it's been 4 to 5 hours since I've started reading this book from this morning, and I just feel like I have yet to get a dent into this book, and it's either because it's really thick, it's like a 700-page book, so I understand, but it's also because the content and the information in this particular book is really, really heavy. It centers around a lot of grief and also there is a trigger warning in this that is eating disorders, and I sometimes find myself taking breaks because it's just so difficult to get into the book and to not feel very sad about it. And I put a post-it on here and I was reading it at page 180. It says, random thought, but the reason why this book feels so personal and intimate to me, at least, is because it reads like a journal. The characters wrote about their lives and that feels profound to me. I'm going to continue on reading, and I decided to give an update now because I'm afraid that I won't be able to give an update later tonight. As I've mentioned, I have relatives coming over, so I might not be able to give much updates. I think I can do another update tomorrow morning, but after that, it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think it's also going to take me a while to get into because of how heavy the topics are in this, and I do not want to rush my read on this. I am going to go now and read a bit more, and then I'll update you guys when I actually have updates. I don't know how long it's been, but I think it's been 2 days since I last updated you guys, and like I've mentioned, been busy this week, but I thought I would give a tiny update because I have gotten through a little bit of my book and also started a new book. So I am still at Into the Dark, and with this book I'm now at page 400. This is chapter 51, so I have 300 pages left for this book. And then I started a new book, As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I am now at page 120. This is chapter 13. And so far with this book is that when I started this, I definitely didn't remember anything that happened with Good Girl Bad Blood, which is the second book of this trilogy. It's so long since I've read that book. It took a while for me to really get into it, to really understand. I don't know how to feel about it. It's a little bit darker than I would be comfortable with. Sorry for the intermission. My brother went to my room, so I had to talk to him for a bit. Once again, I'm gonna do lots of updates, but if I have time, I'll definitely update you guys. I'm going to go now. I will see you guys when I see y'all. Hi guys, it's been a few days since I last updated you guys. I don't even remember the last time I held a camera. A lot has happened these past few days. I think I needed to take an emotional break from like filming and everything because a lot has happened and I just felt a little bit overwhelmed. I read a little bit of Magnolia Parks yesterday, but it wasn't a lot, maybe like 30 pages. I'm now at page 466. Not a lot. I just finished work, so I haven't read a lot today, and I'm still on As Good as Dead, which, where is that book? I am probably gonna finish this very soon because I really want to read more today. Right now it's 2 p.m. I'm gonna focus on getting this done. I don't think I can get it done today. I'm not expecting to be able to finish this today, but maybe like 100 pages in. I just want to rest today because right now it's 2 p.m. I'm done with work. I am going to read and even watch some TV series. I'm currently watching New Amsterdam. I know it's really random, but it's the only one that I can put on the screen. No nonsense, don't really need to think about it. So I watched The Gentleman. That really stressed me out. So I'm gonna watch New Amsterdam and we're gonna read Magnolia Parks, and I'll update you guys a bit more once I have more updates. The next day. I think the last book was yesterday, I'm not really too sure. But I'm done with Magnolia Parks, Into the Dark. Finally, this book took such a long time to read. I was updating my reading journal and I realized this book took me 9 days to finish, but also it's a really thick book, so I can understand why it took me so long. And I feel like because I read this book for such a long time, I have lots of thoughts about this book. I feel like with this book you follow a different set of topics that you explore with the whole Magnolia Parks world. In both Magnolia Parks books, like the first two, I feel like you explore a lot of toxic relationship and toxic family relationships, but in this one you really focus a lot on grief. I do resonate with whatever is talked about in this book, and which is why I feel like sometimes when I read this book I do feel validated in a sense, because a lot of the topics in here I definitely feel towards. With that being said, I did enjoy the book and I did enjoy the writing and everything, but I think with Into the Dark the problem I have is that I feel like this book is way too long. It's like 700 pages for no reason. I got bored by like the 400 page mark. I really pushed through to get this done today, but honestly it really wasn't calling me. Like the last few pages wasn't really calling me. And if you guys don't know, I do like the Daisy Hates books a lot more than the Magnolia Parks books. Maybe I'm biased, but in general I do not enjoy Magnolia Parks and BJ's story as much as I do enjoy Daisy and Christian's story, and obviously Julian. I do feel like we get some redemption with BJ's character, but I still do not think that his actions are justified, in my opinion. I decided to rate it 3.75 because I still enjoyed the book. I still enjoy some parts of this book, especially the topics on grief and Magnolia's relationship with her family, BG's relationship with his family. I feel like those parts are definitely hard-hitting, and I did enjoy those. Now that we're done with this, I really do not want to read anything that is too heavy, so I decided to pick up my Kindle. And I know I was in the middle of As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is this book, but I decided not to continue reading it for now because I am going through a few things and I do not want to read anything that's like anxiety inducing. And I know it sounds weird, but I am pretty creeped out by the book. I'm gonna pick up a romance book on my Kindle, and I actually have picked this up already. It is Learn Your Lesson by Candy Steiner. It's part of Kings of the Ice series, and I've read the first 2 books. This is the 3rd book. It's a hockey sports romance series, and I do really like Candy Steiner's writing. I enjoyed her football romance series called the Red Zone Rivals series. I really like that one. I read the first 2 books. I think they both were in reading vlogs in the past months, and apparently Learn Your Lesson came out this month, I think, or was it last month? I recently got into Kindle Unlimited again, and I realized that it was out, so I want to pick it up. And I think it's still in the realm of finishing series that I'm in the middle of, so I am going to read this. This is about Will Perry, and he is the captain of the hockey team. He's also the goalie, and he is a single father. He has a daughter. This is a nanny romance, so he has been struggling with finding a nanny, and somehow he realizes that his daughter's teacher is a really good candidate as a nanny, and so he hires her, but then he realizes that she's really attractive and all of that. I'm at 13%. The first 13% has been great, so I am going to continue reading this. I'm having fun so far. This is what I really want to read right now. I'm gonna just sit in bed, enjoy my read, and watch more New Amsterdam because I'm actually watching it on the screen right now. And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys probably tomorrow morning. I didn't give any updates at all. I also didn't film much of me reading this book, but I must say it was a pretty easy read, which is why I like flew through the book. And now I'm at 91% of this book. According to the sidebar here, it says 30 minutes left to the book, but I'm pretty sure I can finish it in like 10 minutes. And the only reason why I'm popping in here is because I actually am not enjoying this book at all. I think it's also why I was reading this so quickly, because I just want to get over with it. And I am not enjoying the book because I do not like the characters, and I also do not like the relationship they have. Mainly the power dynamic that the guy has over the FMC. A lot of their actions I honestly cannot condone. The MMC kind of feels like a walking red flag to me. A lot of the things that he does, his actions, they are unjustifiable, and if I was the MMC, I would make him grovel like the guy he should, but she accepts him so quickly for all the wrongdoings he did. There are also a lot of parts of this book where I felt like things could have been explained and described a little bit more. Also, the characters individually, they got issues. MMC is a single father, and his wife passed away giving birth to his kid. It's been 5 years, and he has yet to move on from that, which I can understand. But if you know you have not moved on from that relationship, why do you even go barreling towards a new relationship? And also the fact that you do not put your child first in this relationship. This is why I really liked Funny Feelings with Tara Do It, because I felt like the two characters, they didn't act upon their feelings for each other knowing that there's a third party into this whole relationship, while in this book literally the child is this one useless character. That's why sometimes I do not like kids in books, because then you play a role that doesn't satisfy or justify any of their actions. So to me, this is probably one of the worst Candy Steiner books I've read, and that is really sad. Or maybe I have just grown out of it. Maybe I am not the type of person who likes reading this anymore. I'm gonna try my best and finish this book, and then I'll let you guys know my feelings about what's it called? Learn Your Lesson. I officially finished reading Learn Your Lesson just now, and I have decided that this is probably going to be like 1.25 if I'm trying to be nice, but honestly, a 1-star rating. The ending was absurd. I didn't like this at all. I couldn't find any pro of this book. I probably enjoyed like the first 20% of this book, and then all went downhill from there. So I couldn't find any single part that I really liked. I didn't even like the spice. That was a really bad ending to this video, because I was going to end the video here. I need to take a break for a bit because whatever I just read, I wanted to wash out of my brain. So I am going to chill for a bit, and then we'll see what I'm gonna do next.
keep telling myself I don't need help.